Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings. Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter spread. To get your butter spread all on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my mac and cheese. Cause when you're at KFC, you got that special sauce to stir my curiosity. Just give me a 5-piece meal, oh what a deal. A big old box, it's all for me. You know I'll take coleslaw off the side. I could tell you wanted to try the potato wedges.
It's time for the best podcast around. Grab a cold one, sit back, and enjoy the show. This is Corner Pub Sports.
This is Lemmy Dice Nail coming at you. Listen to Corner Pub Sports.
Corner Pub Sports.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Corner Pub Sports coming at you here live on a Friday night. Mike and Sean live here in the house. Gary's doing a virtual tonight. What's up, guys? What's going on?
What's going on, Mike, you look a little lonely back there, man. What are you back there with all your friends?
You know what? It's lonely, but it's
quiet.
And it's quiet.
It's quiet. I hear you. Mr. Lonely.
I don't got anything in this year. I don't got anything in this year. I don't got anything in both years.
I'm
not worried about
Lonely.
fucking punches.
Lonely. What's going on, guys? What are you guys drinking? What you
got, Gar?
The Voodoo Ranger IPA.
I looked at the hazy
IPA.
IPA. I was going to get that. And then I looked at this, and I'm like, I don't think I've had this yet. So I was going to try it. I got the all-day haze.
Founders?
Yeah, Founders All-Day Haze IPA. It's a session hazy IPA.
Yeah, I got
pretty good.
I got Voodoo Ranger also, but I got the what's it called? Experimental IPA or something like that. Experiment IPA. Yeah, it's a double, or it's a double IPA, so pretty good.
Yes.
It's actually, it doesn't look like it. It's kind of clear.
Yeah.
It looks like a Pilsner almost, but yeah, it's
tasty. Yeah, I have some of them in the fridge as well.
Polsky wants to know how
headphones. They're broken, you fuck.
They're all right for right now. I forgot about the fact that they're broken. So
Go on there, Rob.
Yeah, Rob says, "Hey guys, what's going on, Rob? Check out the Bath the Milk podcast. Rob's a co-host of that show. Basically, if you're a Star Wars fan, you need to follow that show. And actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I understand The Mandalorian has a new season coming out. So I think they're kind of pumped up, and they're going to be getting ready to shoot some new episodes out there. So check those guys out. Rob's a great guy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
except for the fact that he's a Cowboys fan.
Except for that. But yeah, let's get out before we start. Holiday season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. That means you have.
It's the holiday season. Doo 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 doo.
I actually hate that song because it sounds like
it fits.
It sounds like Seth MacFarlane singing that song.
Yeah,
it's the holiday season. Doo-doo.
But anyway,
there's some shit holiday songs.
Yeah, there really are.
There's a lot of shit holiday songs.
Actually, there's a new one.
The Christmas Donkey one is like like ridiculous.
Let me not do the ADD thing.
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Let's go through
It's
this.
the Dominic the Christmas donkey.
and then we'll
Hee-haw,
talk
hee-haw.
So,
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
this one too. Speaking of songs you like and hate and whatever, the holidays are here. We know you have a sports fan on your list. Go to SpecterSportsArt.com. SpecterSportsArt.com. Use
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Corner Pup Sports 10 at checkout to get 10% off your order. He does artwork. Philadelphia. He actually just came out with a new one today. The LSU Tiger Stadium. Pretty cool fireworks going off. He's got Joe Burrow smoking a cigar after the championship. He's got
cool.
Michael Jordan. He's got, I mean, he goes all over. Muhammad Ali, obviously Philadelphia figures. It's awesome. So go check it out. SpecterSportsArt.com. Use Corner Sports 10. I'm sorry, at checkout to get 10% off. So yeah. Dave Peterson just that Mandalorian will debut on March 1st on Disney Plus. So yeah. So Rob and his crew will be ready to roll on that.
Yeah.
There's our stat guy.
That show. Mark said his favorite song was "Santa Claus Is Coming in Your Drawers." That's a good song.
That's a new one.
Yeah, dude.
He's giving it to you raw.
That Christmas donkey song the worst.
Yeah,
it's the worst. There's a lot of people love that song though. I don't get it. I can't stand it.
What song's that?
The Dominate the Donkey.
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
But there's a song that I think should be played.
Somebody
on
want to shoot that donkey.
We watched Guardians of the Galaxy.
Take that, Dominic, you cocksucker.
We watched the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. It's like 45 minutes long or whatever.
Okay.
It's fun. It's good. But there's a song at the beginning, and I'm like, that should be played. Like it's an original song and whatever. It's pretty good because it's all like we don't understand what Christmas is on Earth, and Earth, humans are weird,
right?
That kind of thing. It's pretty cool though. So, but anyway, all right. So we got a team here in Philadelphia that's currently 10-1. 10-1 Eagles.
Yeah, man.
Took care of business.
And fans are still bitching.
Yep.
They are. Yeah.
Are they?
A little bit. I mean, I did this week all of a sudden the big thing is the kick coverage and returning kicks, the special teams.
Okay. Come on. They're 10-1.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah, you're right, Sean. But as Mike was saying, that the special teams it's either gonna help you or destroy you come the playoffs.
No, I doubt it. I disagree.
I don't think so either.
You kick into the end zone most of the time.
Yeah, you have a good punter. You have a good field goal kicker. Coverage doesn't giving up short fields to really good quarterbacks. Yes, that would hurt you. That's not going to happen all the time.
But I mean, the difference between getting the ball at the 25-yard line and the 30-yard line isn't that big of a deal. It's just not. Twice a game.
Yeah. I mean, well, against the Packers, it did hurt them twice. I think once. They got to him as midfield. So you're giving Aaron Rodgers. Actually, they gave Aaron Rodgers a short field, and they gave Jordan Love a short field because of the kick returns. So it was twice. You're giving Aaron Rodgers half a field. Yeah, he's going to get points out of it. You give any really good quarterback half a field, they're going to get points out of it.
Right. But I mean, if it happens every once in a while.
Every once in a while is one thing. But it has been kind of a little bit of a worry because the last few weeks, they have been kind of lax on that. So I'll say I'm not overly concerned when I'm going to call up sports radio and bitch about it. That's ridiculous to me. You're taking time out of your day to bitch about the kick return coverage because they had a couple snafus here and there.
Well, this past week, they were practicing stars on kick return coverage.
Saw that. And they should. Because if you're seeing problems, you got to take care of that. Look, these coaches know, they're not seeing something that we're not seeing. I mean, you know what I mean? They're not watching tape and go, oh, yeah, everything's fine. They see all the same things we see. They see way more than we do. They see that this guy should have cut in instead of going out. We don't see that, but they know. They see these things. They're going to adjust, and they're going to fix those things, and they're going to.
Yeah, he was stepping and diving. He should have been juking and jiving.
Right. Exactly. 100%. Dave Peterson wants to know. Oh, I don't know if he's asking. Christmas.
Yes.
Die Hard is a Christmas flick. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess that's a ageless question, I think. But yeah, absolutely, it's a Christmas movie.
All right.
It's surrounded by Christmas party, the whole
Absolutely.
thing. You know,
Nakatomi,
Yeah.
Alan Rickman, Bear Bonds.
Dave Peterson said the Packers kick and punt returns were running right through our special teams. Yeah, absolutely. And the week before, the Colts kind of had a one or two returns that were kind of like, what the hell's going on here?
Yes.
It wasn't anything that like opened my eyes and went, oh my God, this is now a concern. But it was like, all right, they got to fix this. So it's 2 weeks in a row now that's happened. They got to fix it.
Yes.
I don't think there's any reason to really be overly concerned about that.
Right.
I think there's other things to be more concerned about. Are we really going to do this though? Like they're 10-1.
That's the thing. Like
Yeah, let's not get too involved in bitching about what they're not doing. Let's talk about what they are doing.
Yeah, how about we celebrate the fact
Absolutely.
that Jalen Hurts had 125 rushing yards in the first quarter.
Yes.
First quarterback, right, to ever reach that mark.
Had 150 passing, 150 rushing, 2 passing touchdowns.
Only 6 quarterbacks have done that ever.
Yeah, he carried them when he needed to. He found a way. He hadn't rushed in a while. They took it away, and then he's just adjusting. He's taking what the defense is giving him. If they want to stop the run, if they want to stack up, if they want to spy him or this and that, he's going to hand the ball off. He's going to do more of that. He's going to pass the ball a little bit more. And then if they step off of that and start to kind of do coverage and then he's finding different ways to pick them apart. It's one of the good things about having a dual threat quarterback that actually is doing both.
That can pass.
Yeah, that can actually pass. And this is the first year I know that before that there was a lot of talk about about his accuracy and if he could throw a good deep ball and stuff. Deep ball, he's still probably not
early in the season. He was hitting those.
Yeah.
But they haven't taken as many deep shots lately either. Like something, I don't know if the defense is taking that away because they know because they were hitting teams with that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there are 2 safeties back. I'm not sure.
Well, the deep shots have been less since Dallas Goedert got hurt.
That's probably a good point.
That could be a good point. Yeah. But, Quez got involved last week. He didn't have to go 50, 60 yards down the field. He got involved on a big touchdown right before the end of the half.
Right.
On Sunday
that was a beautiful pass. That was the one that he came back on it. It was a he didn't come back. It was a timing route.
Shoulder, yeah.
It was over the shoulder, but it was a timing route where he drew the guy and then turned around right as the ball was coming, turned around to come back for it right when it was coming. It was like it was a really well drawn out play that when it looks good.
Yeah.
When it works, it looks really good.
But I mean, the Eagles they've suffered some, injuries, but it's hurt them. Like it's made things difficult. So as your quarterback, who is your leader, he's put the team on his shoulders.
Right. Well, there's every team's going through the same thing. Every team's going through injuries. I'm sure some teams have it worse than others, but the Eagles are 10-1 with the injuries.
Right.
So,
Polsky said they need to help Hurts out. He can only carry it so far. The season goes on. Their weaknesses as the season goes on, their weaknesses are going to get exposed. Absolutely. And then Dave Peterson said, "But being an Eagles fan, I have to address the concerns. I will celebrate once we lift that Lombardi." He's not wrong. I was going to say that. I was like, all right, when you said we should celebrate, I'm like, I'm not going to celebrate, but I'm happy about it. But 10-1 doesn't come around often in this, especially in this town.
10-1 doesn't.
I mean, the last 3 times they were 10-1, they went to the Super Bowl.
Yep. And he wants to talk about the running game that they threw at the Packers. We'll absolutely get to that in a second. Yeah, it's not being cynical to be to be cautious, right? Like you should be cautious because we see this happen anytime in the NFL. Like every Sunday, you see things that happen. You're like, whoa, what happened to that team's defense, or what happened to Josh Allen that week, or what happened to the things go wrong.
Right.
It's if you can correct those issues before it matters the most.
Right. I mean,
that's what matters.
Yeah. I mean, you can't rest on your laurels at 10-1 and say like, we're great. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to improve. You need to kind of continue to build off of what you have. So I agree to that extent, but I just don't want it to be a negative. Like, I think we should be pretty happy. We should be excited about.
Oh, we're not coming on the show. We're not coming on the show and going to bitch about it. Yeah. Oh my God, a punt return. No way, man. They had over 300 yards to go with Dave was saying, over 300 yards of rushing against the Packers on Sunday night.
And the other thing is
franchise record.
Like everybody's talking about the soft teams. They're playing teams that are fighting for their playoff lives every week.
Mm-hmm.
And so the teams that they're playing against, they're not all one-win teams. They're all decent teams. They played Washington when they were really down and clawing.
500, yeah.
They were 500, but they really needed them. They're all of a sudden a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't lost since then.
Mm-hmm. They have 7 wins now.
The Colts
they've been playing better.
The Colts have been playing better. I mean, I know they just lost to Pittsburgh, which was ugly.
Like right now, like with the record, the Eagles are the standard of excellence. So any team that you're going to play, they're going to bring you their A game.
Every week, you're getting that team's best attempt.
Absolutely,
should be, yeah, and they should know that, and that's why they can't take any week lightly. And this week, I mean, we'll talk about it in a few minutes here, going through this matchup this weekend. But I guess the Titans, I mean, they're a good football team.
Titans are a good team.
Yeah, Titans are a good team. They're not some throwaway team that you just yeah, we could.
I know you guys were a little bit thinking that they weren't going to be quite as good this year, but it looks like they've found a way to kind of turn it around, and that defense is still really good.
Mm-hmm. Henry's
still Henry, and then passing wise, I guess they do enough. Is Tannehill's still playing, right?
Tannehill's in there.
I don't know what their receiving core is doing.
Yeah, Hurts had 157. Peterson said so. Yeah, it was insane, man. That rushing attack. I mean, they were going through them like warm butter. Yeah, man, it was crazy, and it was fun to watch.
Yeah,
and like you said, he's taking, or I think Gary actually said it. He's taking what the defense gives him. It's, and the fact that you have that. I mean, how are you going to stop them if they're going to run the ball like that? Because you know how good their running backs can be. Because that offensive line, I mean, really, that offensive line is bar none the best in the NFL. And Miles Sanders is a really good running back. Is Miles Sanders the best running back in the league? No, he's not. But when you're getting gaping holes all over the field, and he's going to, I mean, that kid's got a lot of burst, man. He's going to get through them. And he's smart, and he sees that. He has good vision. Sanders has good vision. He sometimes does one or two too many moves.
And he's running for a contract.
Yeah, and he should be running for a ring,
Yeah.
But it's encouraging to see. So you do that. Oh, we're going to stop the run. Okay. Well, then you're going to stop the Russian attack, because then Hurts can still take off when he goes back, right? So then you have to change your Russian philosophy.
You have to do the mush rush and keep them contained.
Right. And then he's like, okay, well, I'll just pass it now. And then I'm getting Dallas Goedert back in 2 weeks. And,
right.
I got A.J. Brown and Devontae on the outside, and Quez Watkins, who's starting to make a name for himself. Good luck stopping that offense.
There's a lot. There's a lot of weapons. This is kind of what we were hoping it would be. Devontae, I think Devontae's, he's not going to be Jefferson. He's not going to be the superstar. He may not even be a Pro Bowler, but he's solid. He's really good, and he's a good 1A, good number 2 receiver. Good possession, runs good routes, catches most everything thrown at him.
Prolific route runner.
Right. He's not always the deep threat. He's not always the, huge yards after catch, but he does everything pretty well.
Yeah, and you knew that. He's 170 pounds.
Right.
You knew he wasn't going to be a big yak guy.
And they're saying that he lacks strength, but the guy, I don't think he breaks that many tackles, but I mean, the guy's strong enough to break through. He's not a guy that you could go up against and just press.
Yeah.
Because remember that back when they had McNabb in one of the playoff games, where the guys went up and they the way that they stopped the Eagles was they pressed them because the receivers, Pinkston, was too weak and soft to break.
I looked up. I lost it in the lights.
Yeah, it was Pinkston and
Stinkston.
Nate Brown.
Nate Brown. Damn, I forgot about him.
Torrance Small.
Yeah.
Then later it was like Kevin Curtis.
Curtis.
Those were the teams that made it to that was the receivers that made it to the
Kevin
NFC
Curtis
Championship.
didn't. That was after. That was like, well, that's not true. Kevin Curtis, they went to the championship game against Arizona that year.
Oh, right. Okay.
Before that, though, yeah, it was Pinkston and
who was the other guy that came over from
well, it was
Washington?
Mitchell, but there was
Washington. No,
Thrash?
James Thrash.
But
That's it.
It was James Thrash, Todd Pinkston, Kevin. I said Nate Brown. Charles Johnson.
Right.
I think he came from Pittsburgh.
There was one guy that
Nate Brown.
Lawrence Small came from the Saints.
Yeah, I thought that there was somebody else. There was somebody a little bit better than Pinkston, wasn't there?
Cunt Jones.
Cunt Jones. Okay.
He ran a great 40. He ran a 4.2 40, man.
Stop fucking around, cunt.
He liked it wide and on the outside.
He says, "Stop cursing, damn, bring up Stinkston." And then Peterson said, total 363 rushing yards, 153 passing yards, and 2 touchdowns. Phenomenal.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a great offensive output. So, but if you want to complain about anything and have a legitimate gripe, it might be the defense. Defense continues to just aggravate you.
Well, I mean, not the defense as a whole, that run defense.
No, I mean, this week it was a little bit of pass defense. That one long touchdown, I mean, it helped me win in fantasy, which is a huge win for me. But
that was bad. Christian Watson, yeah, it was bad, but Christian Watson's been doing that to a couple teams now.
Yeah,
he's got breakaway speed, man. He came across, there was a slant pattern, and he just took him off.
Yeah,
didn't have the right coverage set up. He got.
I guess that type of stuff happens. I guess, but they did give up a lot of points to a team that wasn't that good.
No,
and Rodgers didn't have 300 yards passing, and I don't know if he would have.
Yeah, what did they end up scoring?
33.
33 points when they were averaging 16 a game the last
I picked the Green Bay to beat the Eagles.
You did.
Did you?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yep. Hey, when the game started 14-0, you're like,
we're gonna roll. They've done that a couple times where they've been up a little bit, and then all of a sudden the team fought back, and you're just like, come on. But like most weeks, and this is the other thing. Like most weeks, you're bitching about the team and bitching about a couple of they kept the team at arm's length most of the year or most of the game. Like the game wasn't that much in doubt. It wasn't a nail biter. They haven't had a lot of nail biting games. They've kept the teams, so even at 10-1, they've kept the teams at arm's length. They haven't lucked out. They haven't they're 10-1. They're a legit 10-1. They're not like a 10-1 that's gotten lucky.
They're not Pittsburgh from a couple of years ago. And you're like, when you looked at Pittsburgh, they're not that good of a team.
Right.
Like everybody knew Pittsburgh, there was something off about that team.
Right.
There are some concerns with this Eagles team.
Right.
But they're 10-1 for a reason. Like they're not.
I don't see them getting exposed.
No, because
they got too many. They got too many different weapons. They can do a lot.
They're getting healthy. So, I think this is a good segue in this week's game because I think it's important because they need this guy. But it sounds like Jordan Davis might be able to play on Sunday.
They're saying during practice, like Linville Joseph was showing him how to stop the run.
Yeah,
like they're practicing, and they're both going to be on the field together.
Joseph, Dominic and Sue, Jordan Davis. Can you imagine those three?
Good luck.
Like, how do you?
Yeah.
I don't care if you got a locomotive as a running back. We're going to knock him on his fucking ass.
How are you going to run against that?
Guess we'll see. Got the best in the business going.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be
like Derrick Henry against the Bengals. What do you have? 39 rushing yards.
Yeah, he did struggle. He's been struggling the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you hit him behind the line of scrimmage and keep him from getting to the second level, you can stop him. If he gets past that line of scrimmage and he gets to the second level, like
You're in trouble.
yeah, you're not getting him.
He didn't have a single rush past 8 yards last week.
Right.
Against Cincinnati. And Cincinnati's defense isn't not that good. Like, our defense is way better than theirs. So our run defense, though, has been kind of suspect. And a lot of it can be attained to the fact that you lost Jordan Davis. So, like,
yeah, but I mean,
now
you
you get
think
him
of
back.
one player was all that, like,
I don't know, Land. The dude's it's hard to say
he
that.
only
I
played
mean-
like 15, 20 snaps a game, though.
He was playing on rushing downs, though. Like that. Well, the first week he didn't really play much. But after that, he just started putting him in more. And then, I mean, they were just completely stuffing the run. And was it a coincidence? It could have been. Maybe we're putting too much stock into it. Absolutely, that could be true.
And it also, I don't think that they weren't facing dynamic runners. In the
No,
beginning.
I'm trying to think here. Well, let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, at the time, James Robinson was still kind of the lead running back. So,
Like the Commanders didn't have a dynamic runner. Look what they did to us.
Swift, Dalvin Cook.
Swift actually did pretty well against them.
Swift is a solid runner.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook didn't get
Dalvin Cook
anything.
Dalvin Cook didn't do it.
Washington, they weren't really. They couldn't run. It was Gibson. James Robinson was still running for Jacksonville. They weren't
But
really
Cook
using it.
Cook didn't play in that game. Wasn't he hurt?
Yeah, Cook played.
Yeah, Cook played.
He had like 38 yards or something. Arizona, they didn't really do much. And then you play Dallas. I think they handled Dallas pretty well, right?
Yeah, I mean, Dallas is kind of a little.
And then things kind of went haywire. I don't remember what Pittsburgh did on the ground. I don't remember that game.
I don't think they did a whole
But
lot.
Damian Pierce.
Damian Pierce, yeah, that's when it
he
started
got,
going
He
downhill.
got to them. Brian Robinson got to them.
Taylor had a
Jonathan
okay
Taylor.
game.
And then last week they took care of Aaron Jones for the most part. I think Jones ended up with 60 yards or something. Like,
I mean, they had the 1-2 punch. Dylan kind of did all right, but nothing like crazy.
Dylan had like two like really good runs. Like he had a short touchdown, he had another run, and then they knocked him out of the game. He got hurt,
Oh, okay.
so he didn't really
Yeah.
run much. And then Aaron Jones had like 60 something yards. Like he didn't
Yeah.
gouge them. I don't think they got gouged last week. I think they did okay.
Yeah, I mean, Green Bay had a lot of short fields last week.
Derrick Henry's a different beast, though, man.
Dave just said Robert Quinn is ruled out for week 13. I think to open a spot for Davis's return. I was really hoping that Robert Quinn's name would be mentioned a lot more last week.
Like, what a waste, man.
He hasn't done anything for them.
So what's the story with Quinn?
He's out hurt.
I don't know. Is he hurt? I have no idea.
Yeah, but I mean, like, was he one of the draft picks?
No, Robert.
No, they grabbed him from Chicago.
Yeah, Robert.
Oh,
Quinn.
right.
Yeah, he's with
okay.
Dallas and he's with Chicago, and he hasn't done anything.
That's
I
right.
mean,
Yeah,
they
he
have-
was such a big
They have to
acquisition.
make room for Davis. Like either that or you cut fucking Brett and Covey. You got to make room on the roster for him.
Yeah, and use one of the receivers to return kick. Use Quez or someone.
Absolutely.
Man. Boston Scott.
I forgot.
Use Boston Scott to return kicks. You have Trey Sermon. If Boston Scott gets hurt, it's not a huge loss.
Right.
You know.
But no, I mean, so I
Okay.
think Henry's going to get his. I do. I feel like he's going to get his.
Who is? I'm sorry.
Henry. I think he's going to get his. I think he's going to have over 100 yards.
You think so?
I think he'll have over 100 yards and he'll have a touchdown. I don't think that's necessarily going to kill the
It's not going to kill them. They're going to have their work cut out for them this week.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stop that.
But I don't know about their I don't know about their passing attack,
No,
especially against this
Trevion Burks is going to kill them. No,
Cooks
he's not. No,
Cooks
they're not
isn't-
going to kill him. Is Woods even healthy?
or Woods.
Is
Is it
Robert
Cooks?
Yeah, Robert Woods.
Woods.
Is
right.
Robert Woods still is he
I don't
even
know.
still healthy?
He's
I haven't
been-
heard anything from him.
Like how is Tennessee winning? Like who's catching passes for him?
But it's been that way, right? Even like last year when
It's always been it seems
always
like it's
kinda
always
been that
been
way.
Henry and I mean AJ Brown. It was helped them a little bit last year, but
yeah, I'm trying to let me look up. Well, last week they lost. Tennessee lost to the Dolphins. Or I'm sorry,
to the
Tennessee
Bengals,
lost
right?
to the Bengals 20-16. Let me look at the stats real quick.
Well, there you go, 16 points.
Burks 70 yards receiving. Robert Woods had 2 catches for 16 yards. Like that,
How many yards passing did they have?
Westbrook, Icanny has been okay for them this year.
Okay.
Derrick Henry had 3 catches for 79 yards.
Oh, okay. Right.
So you gotta look for that too, I guess. I could see
think that was kind
I
of a
could
little-
see something like that hurting him.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a little bit of an anomaly, though. He's not usually.
Huh. So Robert Quinn is healthy, but did not participate in practice today, which makes him ineligible for Sunday's game.
No shit.
Wow. He hasn't been a factor.
Right.
So maybe that's a good move. If you're going to cut a spot, why not do it on the D line where this guy isn't doing anything for you?
So
That's the reason why he was out there, I guess.
He's an edge, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, he was replacing Barnett. So their edges are Sweat, Graham.
Was Quinn.
Who else do they really have as an edge?
I mean,
They gotta have more than
I'm
2.
trying to think who's on the other side. Trying to think who's on the other side, but yeah, I mean, here's the thing though. They play such a weird like they do kind of the hybrid defense where they might do 3 down linemen and one of the linebackers comes up, or they might do 4 and then back one off. So they're not their traditional. They don't play your traditional 4-man. 2 on the edge, 2 inside, 2 interior, especially against a team like Tennessee. I think you want to stack that lineup with those big guys, man. I don't know how many teams can do something like that.
What the Eagles can do with
yeah. This is going to be interesting to see. So what about on offense? I mean, taking on Tennessee offensively, I don't know if it's going to be much of a problem. Tennessee's defense, they're tough.
Yeah. Now they are missing their best pass rusher this week, I heard.
Very good coach. I like Mike Vrabel.
Solid coach.
Yeah, he's a defensive-minded coach. That's where his heart and soul is.
Playoff contention every year since he's been there.
I just don't know if Tennessee's offense keep up with our offense. I think that's the big question here, right? Are they going to be able to sustain enough offense to keep up to score more points than us?
Right. Now, I think our offense is going to struggle a little bit.
Not our passing offense.
They got a pretty good pass defense, don't they?
No, they're like 20th in the league against the pass, but top 5 against the run.
Right. Okay.
Vrabel's going to lean on the running game. He's not going to go away from it.
Yeah.
That's just what he does.
All right.
Yep.
It's this is going to be an interesting game. I think we should do predictions. Ryan, what was Ryan's?
Hold up.
All right. So Ryan sent his pick.
He said
Gary, pull that little mouthpiece away from your thing a little bit. I can hear just a little bit. Yeah.
What do you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. Too.
Luke, I am your father.
That's better.
Sorry, gentlemen.
That's all good. Yeah, it's better.
He's got them tough, hard-fought game. Eagles pull away late. Eagles 27-17.
27-17.
So a low-scoring game.
What do you got, Gary?
I mean, I think I agree with my brother. And AJ Brown, he gets 2 deep passes for a touchdown. 2.
Yeah,
he's going back against his former team. He's had a couple shit games with fumbles, and I think he retribution in this game against his former team.
A revenge game.
Definitely a revenge
Absolutely.
game.
You to pay me, and then you traded me. All right, I'll show you.
Fuck you, pay me.
I see him getting one.
Go home and get your fucking shine box.
I see him about 70, 75 yards in a touchdown.
Yeah.
As long as you don't smell my taint, Mark.
What's
Oh, you said you could smell his breath.
what do you think, Sean? What do you think AJ does?
I can see AJ Brown scoring this week. Again, revenge factor. It's a little extra.
They're going to want to try. You know that Hurts is going to want to try and get him.
I could see that. I don't see 2 touchdowns. I think that's about right. 60, 70 yards and a touchdown. Something like that sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think about the game?
I think it's going to be like a weird game. I think that when we talked about this, we had this earmarked as the first loss, right?
Mhm.
Everybody did. But we also kind of.
Well, we said one of these 3 games.
One of these 3,
tier.
right.
Yeah.
They're probably going to lose another game. It wouldn't surprise me if they lost this game. It wouldn't surprise me at all. This is the game that I've been least sure of the last 7-8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to be a weird game that they end up winning. I think it's going to be like a 5-point game or something. It's going to be some weird type scoring game. I think it'll be a little bit lower scoring.
Spread's 4.5, by the way.
Oh, interesting. I think it'll be something like 22-17 or something. Some strange like 2-point conversion, weird shit going on.
Safety.
Maybe a safety. Yeah.
I think the Eagles are a better team than the Titans. Both sides of the ball. I think it's going to be a nice boost to have Jordan Davis back. But I think they lose.
Oh, you do think they lose?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's something about this game that hasn't sat right with me. I can't explain it all. Again, Eagles are a better team than the Titans. I just think it's a trap game.
That's how I felt about Green Bay.
You have a big game next week, big division game, right? They play.
It's at home, though. Think they lose at home?
It still is. It's still. I mean, you got the Giants next week, right? So, I think this is it's an AFC team. You're not as used to seeing them around. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's.
What do you think? Do you think Henry's the difference? You think Henry kills him?
I don't know. I don't think it's Henry. I think Henry hurts them a little bit. I think there's going to be something weird happening.
Some weird turnover or something.
Yeah, they haven't been taking care of the ball, and last week they didn't take care of the ball. I think that something stupid's going to happen.
Like
just like fuck, like
an defensive touchdown. They haven't had
like
touchdown
something.
against them.
Yeah, they haven't. So like something weird.
Except for that stupid one at the end of the Washington game. It didn't matter.
Count that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just something strange is going to happen. I think they lose this game by like 4 or 5 or something.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I don't I can't argue with it. Like I said, I mean, I'm not
26-21 or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they scored a ton of points this week. They do okay. They do okay where you're not like, oh, this offense. They score when they need to, and except for the end of the game, they lose. So.
Yeah.
Hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. All week I've been feeling this way. I've got this feeling
deep inside of me.
It's my uncle again. So I should have opened the show with this. I got breaking news. Jacob deGrom has signed a 5-year, $185 million deal with the Texas Rangers.
Wow.
Yeah. Good luck. See ya. See ya.
Yeah, that hurts the Mets for sure.
Yeah, and doesn't hurt the Phillies. He's going to the AL. So
damn it.
And I think DeGrom, to be honest with you, I think this year he's going to struggle anyway, no matter where he went. Whether it was
After that injury.
Anyway, yeah, I think he's going to have some trouble coming back. So, all right.
He was hurt at the end of the year, right?
Yeah, he got hurt.
But 5 years, 185. What is that a year? That's a shit
30,
ton of year.
All right, 30.
I think it's.
Oh no, it's more than that.
Is it more? So 5? No, it is 30 something. Because
Yeah,
5
30.
at 40 is 200.
Yeah. So I don't know, 34 years, something like that.
It's more than 34.
35, 36.
Do I hear 37?
37.
I actually think it's closer to 37.
I think it's 37 a year.
But
Yeah.
I mean, that's the caliber pitcher he is. That's what he's going to get.
Fucking suck at my math. So
Fuck.
what did Mark say?
What did it say? 185?
24 and 13 and 3/4.
37.
37 a year.
185.
Strange
magic. Got a strange.
All right, we haven't done
magic.
We haven't done Sam Spence in a while.
Oh.
And it's time for this week's NFL picks. Pittsburgh and Atlanta. By the way, I'm in 2 pick'ems, and I don't know what happened. I would have picked the Bills last night, and for some reason it didn't freaking go through. All right.
Yeah, that hurt.
Pittsburgh and Atlanta. I got Atlanta winning this one.
Doesn't matter. Does that game matter?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, not for you. You're not paying Mike that $20 for the football pool.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I got you tomorrow, Mike. Remind me.
Yeah, just like the bartender. One more beer. One more beer. One more beer.
What about the 20 for sleeping?
Yeah,
I
you have
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you have $40.
No, he's getting 20 and liking it.
What do you got, Mike?
I got Atlanta.
All right. Green Bay takes on Chicago. This was actually a tough one to pick. Justin Fields, I don't think's playing.
Oh, he's not?
I don't think so. I don't think he's playing.
He's
Neither is
banged
Rodgers,
up.
right? Is Rodgers playing?
Well, he's not ruled out.
No.
I'll go with Chicago
Yeah, I like Chicago, too.
in Soldier Field.
I'm sticking with Green Bay.
The Bears.
Yeah. Jacksonville takes on Detroit in Detroit.
I like Jacksonville.
I'm going Detroit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Detroit. At home in Detroit. Yeah, it's
You took the Falcons, right, in the first game?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, coming off the Steelers coming off a win on a Monday night.
Yeah.
I kind of
Peterson and Polsky both picked the Bears.
okay.
That's a tough one. The Jets take on Minnesota.
I get Jets all the way.
I got the Jets as well.
Really
Yeah, I do.
in
Yeah, I got
Minnesota.
these fucking ads. That's why I don't do the Sam Spence ones because they do ads.
Yeah, I'm going Minnesota in Minnesota.
Minnesota's a bunch of frauds.
Yeah,
It's still the Jets, though.
I like Mike White, man.
The Jets are playing well.
Yeah, you're a fan.
And
Yeah,
their
I like White.
defense is stout, Mike.
I think Mike White's a good quarterback.
All right.
Ain't he from the fucking White Stripes? Dun, dun,
Jack
dun,
White.
dun, dun. All right.
NFC East battle. One of these teams has to lose or tie. Washington takes on the Giants.
Yeah, all of a sudden Washington could overtake the Giants in the standings.
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
That's how good the NFC East has been.
Not only that, but I mean the Giants have definitely fallen off.
Yeah.
They have they
like
lost
the end-
three straight?
Like the NFC East is wow. Like even if the Eagles are winning, they may need that game against Dallas on the 24th.
Right.
We'll see.
What's your pick?
I got Washington.
Yeah, I like Washington as well.
I think there's two teams going in different directions right now.
Well, Washington's got a very good defense, and all the Giants have is fucking Saquon Barkley. That's all.
I
that's all
like
they
Brian Robinson to take this game. I think Washington is going to take on the Giants. Now, yeah, Dave Peterson has the Giants beating 22-21. Tough one, though.
Yeah.
But I think, I like Washington.
Okay.
We already did that one. Denver and Baltimore in Baltimore.
That's
Denver
Baltimore.
Denver might be the worst fucking team.
Denver blows.
Yeah. What happened to Wilson?
Wait until you hear the best of in a couple weeks. The last Friday in December, whatever, the day before New Year's Eve, I guess, that Friday, we'll do the best of show. Wait until you hear how the show opens. We're talking about Russell Wilson. We have Ed Kratz on. It's I wrote to Ed and he goes, "You're going to make me look better than I am."
Oh, he called it, huh?
It's interesting.
I don't remember it.
It's very interesting. Wow, Dave with the 24-9 scored Ravens. I'm going Ravens.
Although, you know what? The Ravens are kind of a weird team.
They're going to take care of Denver, though.
Yeah,
But the Broncos blow.
right.
Yeah.
Although the Ravens got 4 losses and all 4 were like. Does that
Yeah,
make the Ravens,
Lamar's cursing people out on fucking Twitter.
Yeah, but I mean, they were up big on those 4 games. Like they've dominated all their games, and yet they've lost 4 of them. Does that make them
but
a really good
Broncos
team?
are ass. The Broncos are ass, Mike.
Well, I'm just talking about. I don't give a shit about the Broncos anymore. They suck. I'm just wondering. I'm trying to figure out if Baltimore's for real.
We got Cleveland taking on Houston.
Gotta go Cleveland, right? Deshaun's coming back.
Yes, that's his first
Oh,
game.
against Houston. How about that?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's almost like they scheduled it
Yeah,
that
right?
way.
Yeah.
Like the suspension was like to end on the week that he was playing his old team.
Yeah.
Huh.
Whether it was Watson or not, I'm going Cleveland. I think this is a Nick Chubb game though. I think this is a Nick Chubb game.
Could be, yeah.
Ryan just chimed in. Yeah, you're 10 minutes late, Ryan.
Yeah, like catch up, you fuck.
Yeah. Maybe you should have listened to the show, you dickhead.
Yeah, maybe you should have tuned in, you chip bag.
He's gonna lie. I think he's gonna see him off. Dave Peterson agrees.
Ryan Sheed has left the show.
24-21 days. So you actually think that it's a close game.
Close, yeah. I could see it being close. Here's Ryan's answer. Seattle takes on the Rams. Is the magic done for Geno?
Maybe, but magic's been done from the Rams since the season started.
Yep. Stafford's still kind of banged up, right?
Is he even
Is
playing?
he playing?
Like,
He had a concussion, and then he had a concussion.
right.
So he'll be back.
Yeah, but did they even bring him back? I mean, like, fuck this season.
They probably should just say screw it.
But then again, they probably don't have
They
a
win
first round
the
draft
Su- they
pick because
win
they
the-
don't have a first round draft pick for the next 17 years.
Yeah, how about that? They built their team to win now, and now they suck
why-
next year after winning the Super Bowl. 3-8.
Yeah, and they're not going to have a draft pick for a couple years, I don't think.
Dave, somebody research the worst record following a Super Bowl win.
They've suffered a lot of injuries. Not that injuries are an excuse, but injuries have hurt the Rams this season.
That's pretty. Yeah.
You know what? There's been some bad teams after Super Bowls. I'll bet you there's been some teams that have gone like 4-12.
What about like Carolina after the year they went 15-1?
Right.
Right.
They lost that Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right. That's good. Because a lot of teams have Super Bowl hangovers.
Yeah.
That's bad. Yeah, never mind what I just said.
Look what happened to the Eagles the year after they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they made the playoffs. They were like 9-7.
Yeah, they still made the playoffs.
All right, all right.
I literally looked up and went to yell at Gary, and I forgot he wasn't sitting there.
And you looked at the wrong side. He's over here.
Oh, you're going to yell at me for what?
Because the Eagles
Made
made the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
I'm over here, buddy.
I was like,
over
what are you
here.
talking about? I was like, wait, there's no one there. Where did it go? Where's that?
Yeah.
All
Where's
right.
that bald-headed fat prick at?
We got Miami taking on the Niners in
That's-
San Fran. Tough game.
I think
I
I'm.
mean,
Game of the week right here.
Yeah, I think I'm going.
I'm going to
San
take.
Fran.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say. I think I'm taking San Fran because the game's in San Fran. Although McCaffrey being out hurts a little bit, but I'm not sure. I'm a huge believer in Miami yet either. I like they're good. I don't know. They're really good.
You ready? Now Ryan's really going to get pissed off. I like Miami here. McCaffrey's hurt, and Debo's gets lit up, and he ends up sitting the rest of the game after the first quarter.
Dude, you are such a dick.
Oh my god, dude. I'm actually gonna go. They have no run. Elijah Mitchell's out too. I'm going Miami, and Ryan's answer is the same as before.
Promises.
I'm gonna go Miami. Yeah, I just. I don't.
Hey, bro, that's a prolific vocabulary you have there.
As an Eagles fan, you better hope they're not losing because they were coming on pretty strong there, man. All right, a couple games left. Let's go through these. Kansas City takes on Cincinnati.
AFC Championship rematch.
Yeah,
in Cincy.
Mm-hmm.
Cincy 7-4. They're pretty good. All of a sudden, after they're not having. And they're starting to come on a little bit.
They did the same thing they did last year. They came on late.
Still taking the chance.
Andy Reid has never won a game in Cincinnati.
Huh.
Yeah, I like Cincinnati here.
Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yep.
35-24.
He's tied. He's never won a game in Cincinnati.
Interesting.
Yep. The Chargers.
No, that tie was to Donovan McNabb. I didn't know there were ties.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cincinnati, the time is yours.
Chargers go to Vegas.
How can you?
Yeah,
The Chargers, like the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you.
Not the Chargers
And
that great either. 6-5.
I thought I'm thinking about switching this one. I'm gonna stay with the Chargers, but Jacobs.
Hey, Bert.
All of a sudden, Jacobs is looking decent. 300.
Actually, Brady's been playing a little better.
Last year, his contract.
I'm switching. I'm going Raiders. I'm going Raiders. Mike just talked to me about it.
I fucked him.
I'm talking. And if I lose by a game, I'll just at the end of the year I'll play that one on Mike.
Punch me in the face. Yeah, great.
Fucking
Awesome.
Raiders.
Let's look at second place. Money for second place.
I have to check on
If
that.
you're not first, you're last. Colts, Dallas.
Yeah, I mean it's Dallas. I mean in Dallas. Yeah.
Fucking Dallas.
And then finally, a marquee Monday night matchup: Saints, Buccaneers.
Is it the division leading Buccaneers?
Yeah.
What's their record?
Yeah, they're 5. They're all below 500.
5
right?
and 6.
Yeah, they're all below 500.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Against the 4-8 Saints in Tampa. Taking Tampa, go Tampa. Saints keep losing. Get a better draft pick.
Yeah. Tampa all the way. Gary.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. How could you?
Got to root for Brady today or this week.
Fucking Brady.
Got to do it.
Yep.
Yeah. Fucking Tom Brady.
You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you?
Sixers down 10 after.
Did you hear what he said about Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Dave has the Cowboys beating the Colts 21-14, and the Bucks also winning 21-13 over the Saints. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I did. He basically said, he does so much. Oh, here you go. 2000. Really? That's 2003 Buccaneers won the Super Bowl 12-4. They finished 7-9 the next year.
That's the worst?
Really? I don't know.
There's got to be something worse.
We'll see. That's a lot. That's a lot of research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's an article.
I appreciate the thought, but that's going to take more than 10 minutes.
That's what she said.
No, she said it. All you got is 2 minutes.
I'm paraphrasing, but Brady basically said, basically like this kid is doing it all, and he's the reason why they're so successful right now. Like he's been, working on all levels, and he knows, he's doing it with his legs. He's like, look, I think he said for my career or in my career, I've had this many yards. So like the most yards I ever had in a season was this many or something. It was 100 and something.
What, rushing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he did that in one game.
Yeah.
He's like, really? So yeah, dude, it's and he gained praise, and that's huge, dude. From the best,
from the GOAT, yeah,
best quarterback ever to give him praise. That's humongous for Hurts, dude. I'm sure Hurts has heard that already too. So
yeah, for sure.
Guys, I got a question now.
Spit it out.
All right, so there's 3 roosters sitting on a fence. How many?
Huh? Say again.
How many beaks? Right, 3 roosters on a fence. How many beaks?
3.
How many wings?
6.
How many feet?
6.
There's a white cat staring up at them. How many teeth does the cat have?
There's a white cat staring up at them.
Yeah, staring at all the roosters. How many teeth does the cat
32.
have? I see you guys know more about black cock than you do about white pussy.
Jesus Christ.
All right. We have something to talk about here.
That's fucking old. That's old, Sean, that joke. That's old.
Yeah, it is. It is. It was an old man joke.
Yeah. Broke my newspaper last time I heard that fucking joke.
Broke your newspaper? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because I fell off my dinosaur.
What?
Ryan liked it. I can hear his laughter from here.
I can too.
All right, let me find it. I'm sorry. So the Hall of Fame ballot came out 2 weeks ago, and I meant to bring it up last week. So real quick,
Hof. It's the Hof.
2003 Hof.
It's the Hof.
So I will bring up the what should I do? Should I bring up the old guys first or the new guys first?
Old guys.
All right, I'll bring up the old guys first. The old guys who have been on the ballot previously: Bobby Abreu, he's not getting in.
No.
Mark Burley,
No.
not getting in.
No.
Todd Helton.
I think I think he should.
Got to get in, dude. Todd Helton was.
I don't know how long he did it, but he was really good for.
He was the leading hitter for how many years? Torrey Hunter. He's not getting in.
No.
Andrew Jones.
I see. I always thought that Andrew Jones is overrated.
Get a late jump on balls just to show off the highlight reel catch.
Right.
Couple of World Series though, man. I think Andrew Jones is really good. I don't think
not a Hall of Famer though.
I don't think he was a Hall of Famer. Jeff Kent, same thing. Jeff Kent was a really good player, not a Hall of Famer.
Right.
Andy Pettit.
He was steroids.
Yeah, not a Hall of Famer.
Manny Ramirez.
Again, steroids. He should be a Hall of Famer.
Alex Rodriguez.
Steroids. Should be a Hall of Famer with steroids.
I'm going to save this one. Jimmy Rollins.
I think he should be a Hall of Famer. I think Jimmy Rollins is a Hall of Famer.
Playing shortstop.
Won an MVP.
30 club.
A lot of steals. Didn't he break what record did he break?
Or 20 or whatever. He's the only one ever to do it.
Was it hits? Like broke the all-time hits
for the Phillies?
For the Phillies or something?
Yeah, he's all-time Phillies hit leader, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
I think he should be. Gary Sheffield.
I mean, he gets in just because of his first name.
I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
I don't think Sheffield's a Hall of Famer.
I agree, Mike.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'd have to look over his stats,
again,
but
very good player. I don't think because Gary Sheffield was a power hitter.
Polarizing
and
player.
His numbers aren't. Yeah. Two more new players. Omar Vizquel. Great defensive player.
Couldn't hit.
Yeah, I don't. He had a couple of decent years. If you're gonna give me the choice between Omar Vizquel and Scott Rowland or Jimmy Rollins, I'm going those two over Vizquel.
Yeah, Omel gets in before him.
Who does?
Omel.
Omel. Billy Wagner.
No.
All right, here's the new ones. Bronson Arroyo. No.
Mm-mm.
Carlos Beltran. Not a Hall of Fame player. I never looked at. This is just me. I never looked at Carlos Beltran and, oh, wow, he's going to be in Hall of Fame one day. I never looked at him that way.
Like solid player.
He did it for a while. And wasn't he known in the playoffs? Wasn't he money in the playoffs?
What, 2 times? I mean,
no.
Most people get.
I disagree. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
I think Beltran's a Hall of Famer.
Okay. Matt Cain.
Nah. No.
Is this for real? R.A. Dickey? Why would R.A. Dickey be on the ballot?
One good season, didn't he? Like a couple decent seasons.
Yeah, Ryan said he's the all-time. He said Beltran, yes. He thinks Beltran is. And he said he's the all-time postseason home run leader.
Right.
Rotten ass Dickey.
Piece of Landon Dickerson coming right down your throat.
All right, that was good.
Fuck, dude. Dude, my stomach. Jacoby Ellsbury.
No.
No.
Andre Ethier.
No.
JJ Hardy.
No.
John Lackey. No.
No.
Again, pitcher.
Yeah, pretty good pitcher.
Mike
but-
Napoli.
No.
Johnny Peralta. No.
No.
Efrod. Francisco Rodriguez.
No.
No. No.
He's not.
No.
Hudson Street.
No.
Two more. Jarrett Weaver from the A's or the Angels.
No.
And the last one, Jason Worth.
No. Come on. How's he even get on the ballot?
Man, this is crazy. So, yeah, I think you're going to see Todd Helton. I'm telling you guys, look at the numbers. I think Scott Rowland gets in. And maybe Carlos Beltran gets in this year. I don't know if Beltran gets in the first year. But Rowland got a decent amount of votes last year. And
he's like Roland's loved.
He was
like he's loved.
He's the third baseman to ever play the game. Like he was. You look at the run saves and all that stuff. If you want to take all the new analytics and put it in there, he did it for a long time. Like you look at his offensive numbers, you're like, they're respectable. They're not mind blowing.
Let me say this, Sean. Who's the voters? Who are the people that vote for these guys to get in?
Writers, it's the press.
And they loved Scott Rowland. Loved him.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe that'll be an article this week on cornerpuffsports.net. Maybe I'll do an article on Scott Rowland.
Okay.
Maybe.
It should be good.
Yeah, maybe. All right. I want to talk about some Flyers. We haven't brought up the Flyers in a little bit. A couple weeks, actually. We purposely skipped them because they fucking suck. I mean, let's be honest. To be fair.
Yeah, like Slipknot should have sung a song "Flyers Equal Shit" instead of "People Equal Shit." This year, the Flyers are shit.
They're bad.
They are who we thought they were.
Oh, it gets so bad.
So 10 losses in a row. Then they win. You're like, oh, okay. And then they lose again. And bad. I mean, horrible. They lost in horrible fashion. The reason why I went to bring them up, because I think this is a good discussion. Actually, I'm going to play that clip you sent too, Gary. John Tortorella was heavily criticized this week by media members for not answering the questions. And basically what he said was, I'm not going to come out and basically, I mean, he didn't say that, but I'm not going to come out and shit on my team. We played horrible. Well, what went wrong? You can watch the game. You know what went wrong. We
He
horrible.
flat out said to the media, "We suck.
We suck. We're not good. There are issues here." So now the media takes that and runs with it and basically says that he's not being fair because he's not doing a part of his job and he's not answering questions. He answered the question. He said, "We're terrible, and I don't need to go into details with you. Watch the game yourself." What's wrong? I don't know. That's just me. And
How much more can you explain from "we suck"?
It's crazy how many people came to the media members' defense. Oh, this isn't right. It was a female. It was a couple female media members and whatever. And they're whatever. It's because we're women. All whatever.
That's got nothing to fucking do with it.
Look what he's done. He's been this way his entire career. Welcome to the fucking show. First of all, you're fresh out of Temple with 2 years. You don't fucking know. This guy's been doing this way for 20 years. It's the way he is. He's boom, boom, boom to the point, and let me fucking do my job. And so I saw one dude. This is bullshit because that's a major part of his job and blah blah. I said, no, dude, that is not a major part of his job. See someone you may not have heard of, Bill Belichick, who doesn't give the media anything, who basically is cut and dry and very
Popovich.
Popovich is another one. Popovich will go more into detail about politics and stuff than he will about his own game plan. That's fine. If you're showing what you can do on the court or the ice on the field, it doesn't matter. Now, Tortorella has done that. He's not doing it this year. And I don't blame him one bit because he's dealt with a handful of shit.
I still don't understand why he signed up for this.
I don't either. Why would you take this?
Like this is what I expected them to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the front office is delusional or if they are just not going to flat out say what we all know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to play this because Gary sent this to us.
In the mud if you continue to put band-aids on and gimmicks to get people in the building and whatever it is you're trying to get people. You get people in the building and you get it right by winning. And the only way you can win is building it the proper way. And that's how we're going to go about it.
I mean,
he's right.
100% right. Like, do whatever you want to do.
No, was he calling out? He was calling out his GM, right? I mean, he's calling out the team. But then again, why would you sign up?
That's what it sounds like. But I mean, Tortorella doesn't like to lose. He does not like to lose, and they're losing.
Why did he sign up for a loser team and a loser organization if he didn't like it?
Well, I mean, that's a good question, Mike. I don't know, but I mean, he you can definitely hear the frustration in his voice. Like, do something, help me.
Right.
Yeah,
but what can they do?
I said he lasts 2 years. I said 2 years. He lasts into this deal, not because because he's going to say fuck this. Why am I doing this? Like,
give me something here. Like, what are we going to do to rebuild? If you're not going to do what I'm asking you to do, then why am I here?
What they could have did to rebuild is they could have sucked bad enough to get this great player, but they fucked that up. The one draft pick that apparently the phenom.
You know what, Mike? They're more than one player away.
Yeah,
this team is bad.
And it's a shame because Carter Hart had been having a really good season. You know what,
Sean? Trade him and get capital. Get capital. Move on from Carter Hart and get some capital because your team is shit.
It freaking sucks, man.
Like, I just don't see their way out of it.
That might be the only way out of it.
Is it trade?
Yes.
Trade Hart, trade Provorov.
I mean, they did draft a goalie, and then we're going round and round. We're back where we are, where we started, where you're looking for.
But how can you get any worse?
Because you finally have a goalie.
You sure? I mean, I guess he's all right, but
he's had a good. He was having a really good season. And then the wheels kind of fell off, defensively and all that stuff. And you're not generating. You can't generate any goals.
But what good's a goalie if he's got no talent around him?
Well, it's not even that. It's not even Carter Hart as a goalie. It's what do you have as value? And
right.
He might be the only guy.
He's the guy you have as value.
No.
Provorov doesn't have
he still has value. He doesn't have value that's going to really.
Konechny?
If you trade the fucking both of them, then he can maybe do some damage.
Just blow it up. Blow it up.
Well, I agree. I mean, you can't get any worse.
I mean, I don't want to see Carter Hart, go because he has a high ceiling. But you got to do something.
Yeah.
And he's the piece that helps you move on.
Dave Peterson said, got the entire team, start fresh and build over the next 4 or 5 years. And haven't they kind of done that, though? Like, they traded Giroux, they traded
Wayne Simmons a while
they traded
ago.
Simmons, they traded all those guys.
But as Tortorella said, Sean, they were just putting Band-Aids. Like, when you're treading in mud, you're going to keep treading in mud. Keep treading in mud.
I'll disagree with that to a extent. Because what were they supposed to do? Like, they went out and signed Wayne Ellis. Was Wayne Ellis a Band-Aid? Wayne Ellis was a good defenseman that they went out and signed. He hasn't played. He got hurt. Now, if I was Wayne Ellis, I wouldn't be wanting to rush back and play.
He's not coming back.
I want to. Yeah.
Like, he's not coming back.
But he's saying gut everybody.
Like, yes.
Everyone. When do you see that, though?
The sad part is the goaltender is the piece that you got to start with.
Well, who is everyone? I mean, like the team doesn't have that many people to even gut.
Yeah,
Like they traded most of the guys.
Like we said, TK. Maybe trade him. Maybe trade
Provorov.
You trade Hart.
Who else is there?
Hart. Morgan Frost.
Okay.
Like there's a couple pieces, but I mean that's not happening overnight. Like you're 3 or 4 years out before you see anything on the ice.
Horrendous, dude.
Yeah, they're
They started off. They had what 5 or 6 wins out of the first 7 games.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, they looked good in the beginning.
But they did that last year too.
Yeah. So I mean I'm good. Well, actually, yeah.
But the first 5 games, I'm shooting a text message. Wow, the Flyers don't look so bad. Mike said, "Hold your breath, Gary."
Yeah, I think I might have.
What is this? Did you leave us in there? The Trogs?
No, that's my brother.
Oh,
thanks.
My
Thanks,
brother.
Ryan.
My brother was drinking them.
The Hayes Lucky Holler Hazy IPA. Trogs Lucky Holler Hazy IPA. Hayes.
Nice.
The fuck.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he just said TK Hart and Frost are his guys. He moves.
Yeah. No, I mean it's just I just don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, and it's been this way for 3-4 years. Like, how do they continue to since 2020? How do they continue to?
That's because of the
Be
fucking
bad.
owners.
Be bad and not even have a way out. Like,
yeah, Chuck Fletcher's got to go, dude. He's got to go. He came in with the repertoire, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, here's the tournament." The anniversary of firing Ron Hextall was this week, a couple years. Like,
I think that was a fucking mistake.
Firing Hextall.
Yeah,
I thought it was a mistake when it happened. I mean, I know. I get the problem.
They were pissed. Yeah, maybe because they were pissed at the progress. They didn't like the fact that he was taking so long.
Hextall exercised patience.
That's good.
And they didn't want to hear it.
And he said that from the start. So what you give him a college coach to work with. Like that's how you're going to want him to build his team.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, so maybe that's a point. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe getting rid of Hextall was
a mistake.
Mistake number 1. Good question.
Yeah, I mean, I think they needed, because they fucked up. Like, he did what we were hoping for them to do now.
Mm-hmm.
He built a team.
He built this city.
he sucked that titty.
You fat bitch!
And now you know what we're stuck with?
Oh yeah, man. I had my shit washed in, bro, big time.
That's what we're stuck with. That.
But no, I mean, didn't Hextall basically build a team with a bunch of prospects and have them trending in the right direction?
Mm-hmm.
And now they don't have prospects in the minor leagues, right?
How has Philly historically had goaltender issues?
He's right.
Yes, right.
Historically, you're saying how? You mean in general?
Yeah.
Historically, Philly has always had goalie issues. So gut the entire team, start with a world-class goalie, build a young, hungry team from the rafters up. That's Dave Peterson. Here's the thing.
And when the Flyers have had prolific goaltenders, they ended up having to trade them.
Or they died.
Well, they didn't have to trade.
They could have traded him before he died.
Oh, that's fucked up, Sean.
No, they had who's the guy that they got before Bobrovsky?
Unibrow. Are you talking about
the good one that's still playing now?
I was talking about Unibrow. You're not talking about Czechmonic.
No, not Czechmonic.
Bobrovsky is the good one.
Bobrovsky was the last.
Bobrovsky was a good one. Yeah, Brizgalov.
Brizgalov. You're talking about
They traded
Brizgalov.
Bobrovsky for Brizgalov.
Yeah.
To get Brizgalov. So if they would have kept Bobrovsky, they would have been in better shape.
Yeah. I mean, not now. Now it wouldn't matter. But yeah, a couple years ago, they would have been at least a contender.
Right.
Well, maybe. Well, maybe. Who knows?
But I mean, I feel like even with Carter Hart, I mean, Carter Hart's not that young anymore. I mean, he's still young, but
is he 23, 24?
So I mean,
he's 24.
So you get, like in 7 years, by the time that you're finally good, he's going to be 31.
Yeah,
that's why you move on from him.
Right. Agreed. So anyway, yeah.
Well,
I don't know what else
I'm not
is-
disagreeing because I look at it. I don't want him to go.
Yeah, I mean,
but I just look at it and go, "What are your other options?" He's the only one with value.
So if they fire Fletcher, is that where Briere moves in? Howie Lindbergh, rest in peace or pieces. Dang. Dang.
It's just as bad as we are.
Dang. It's like grinded up Limburger cheese. Damn, it stinks.
Oh, man. All right. Let's move on. Let's talk some. No, it's good. It's a good thought, though. It's definitely something that maybe they should be pondering. Number one, though, I don't want Chuck Fletcher doing any of that. I think they got to move on from him. I think that he's
part of the problem.
Yeah,
he might be the biggest problem.
Yeah, he might be the biggest problem. I think they
after him, that's Danny Briere is going to step into that spot.
Okay.
You know what? Fine.
I don't know.
Jesus. 95 miles per hour.
Who sold this cocksucker a Porsche? How dare you sell him a Porsche?
He thought he was Jason with that mask on. Turns out he doesn't come back to life.
Driving down the freeway.
You guys are fucked up, man.
I thought Lindbergh was the one.
Holly Lindbergh fucking crashed into the.
I thought he was the one that got the propeller thing.
Oh, he's driving a fucking Porsche.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle
He
it.
was driving a Porsche. Oh,
What
who's
is
the one that the defenseman, I guess it was, that got cut with the
Oh, no, it's Travasky or what the hell's his name? Dimitri Travasky or whatever his name was, fell off the back of the boat and a propeller fucking caught him and died.
Oh,
I think.
Oh,
Was it Yuskevich?
Dmitry Yuskevich?
No, it wasn't Yuskevich. No, it's Travasky. I think so. I
yeah,
forget.
whatever. I'm sure Dave.
It was Dimitri. I know his first name was Dimitri. All I know is you ain't gonna see him no more.
Yeah, he's in
It was
Ukraine.
Cunt Jones. It was Cunt Jones. That's what it was.
Stop fucking around, cunt.
Cunt Jones gets around.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
dude.
He does it.
Yeah.
Look at everything.
Get around.
Cunt Jones.
We ready for to move on? We ready to talk Sixers? Because
Yeah, hold on,
I got an SSCS for the Sixers.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll do SSCS, but first we got a commercial break.
Use your sweet dish every day. Keep that skunky cunt away.
Seeming swallowing cocksucker of the week. And this is why.
You cocksucker! I'll punch you in the mouth.
So Sean,
Chicken of the sea.
it was interesting that you brought up the media and how they went to bat and how they ripped into Tortorella, because mine's about the media as well, and them ripping into Doc Rivers.
Okay.
The biggest piece of shit in the media on the radio, other than Eskin, Joe Giglio.
Oh, yeah. I don't listen, but yeah.
No, I don't listen either, but he wrote an article. He ripped Doc Rivers for saying it was a schedule loss to Cleveland. So
as a coach, you don't say that.
Gar, stop.
Just don't say that.
No, you don't. But okay.
No, I completely disagree. It was a schedule loss. It was Sean, we went to the game Monday, and for weeks I've been looking at the schedule thinking they're going to sit you well. They're going to sit you well this game. They got too many games in a row. They got these back-to-backs. They're going to he's not going to play.
I was close, by the way. It's Dimitri Tertizny. I was close.
There you go.
Thank you, Dave. I know it was Dimitri. I know it wasn't Yuskevich. It was what did I say? I said something else, but Tertizny.
The right Ukraine, wrong bomb.
He was actually
really good.
Yeah, he was good, man. He was good.
So anyway, no, it pissed me off that they said that he should be fired because he made the remark and he's letting the players off. You're in an 82 game season on a travel day after playing like I think I counted it. It was like
They hit a lot
6
of,
games in
did have a lot
9
of games
days.
in a row.
It was 6 games in 9 days. They were traveling all over the place. They played like Tuesday, Wednesday, was off for Thanksgiving, played Friday, was off Saturday, played Sunday, Monday, played Sunday, traveled to Philly, played Monday. They had a travel day in between, then went to Cleveland and played that day. So it's the 3rd game in 4 days. It was like the 6th game in 9 days. And they had tired legs when half their guys are injured and the other guys are playing more minutes than they're used to playing. You can have tired legs. It's okay to have tired legs. It's okay to have a shit schedule kind of and game like that. And just say, look, it was a schedule loss. I think that's acceptable to say, and to say we're not going to really worry too much about that game.
I think, yes, everything you said makes sense up until the coach saying that, coming out and saying it's a schedule loss. Ryan, John Kincaid said the same thing, and I agree it's an excuse, means no accountability. I'm not going to go that far. Like,
It's one game out of 82.
Again, everything you said makes complete sense. I agree with you. But as a coach, you don't come out and say something like that. You don't say that. You go, hey, look, we've been really at it. It's been a tough week and a half for us. This was really difficult for us. Our guys just didn't have it tonight.
That's what he said. He said that they didn't have the legs tonight. It was a scheduled loss.
Yeah, you don't say scheduled loss.
Why?
Because you don't say that. That means you're a professional team. You don't say that. I don't know how else that. I don't know. I'm not saying this to be like crass. I don't know how else to say it. You don't say something like that. You don't say that to your fan base. I'm
totally on a different side of this. I totally disagree. I think it's fine to say.
Yeah, I'm not now. Granted, I'm not saying he should be fired because he said that. I'm not going to write an article and trashing him because he said it. I just maybe he's throwing a dart at the NBA by saying that.
Right.
And if that's the case and that was his end game, fine. Hey, you really. Dave Peterson said everything I hear out of the coach's mouth is blah blah blah. Okay.
But isn't this the same thing that we're just talking about? Like, what do you expect? Like,
no, because Tortorella actually had.
Tortorella rips his players a little bit.
He doesn't rip his. Well,
he doesn't rip any individual players, but like.
Well, he kind of does. I mean, what did he say? What did he say about? He said about Frost. He's like a toilet seat. He's up and down and down.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he said that this week. So he does kind of rip his players, and I don't know how the players respond to a player. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
The guy has a cop.
I'm not saying that. I'm not praising Doc Rivers, but I'm just saying that I don't think that it was
He's
that
a treasure.
I don't think it's that egregious. I don't think that expecting the team to win after a 3-4 game win streak and then traveling and playing a decent team in Cleveland and just not having it one day and saying it was we played a lot of games and the schedule didn't do us any favors this one.
And the schedule is one thing, but as a professional, is a week on the court and went, you guys extra minutes. I knew everyone's tired. Let's just go through this. Let's just get through these 42 minutes.
All right, so
let's go home.
I don't think it was that. I think it's more along the lines of, look, the way that the game went. He didn't go in saying let's not play well, but he said the guys legs were tired. They didn't have it mentally, they didn't have it physically. It wasn't there. They were exhausted.
And then you stop there.
But they were exhausted because they played that many games and the schedule was 6 games.
We've gotten our ass kicked the last week and a half. These guys just didn't have anything left. They tried, blah blah blah. So we couldn't do it.
Okay.
That's what I would have done. Like that.
I mean, him throwing in scheduled loss to me doesn't really add that much more than what you said.
I think it's scheduled loss to me.
All right, where's your scheduled win? Like, what the fuck?
It paints a bad picture. I think.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Where's your scheduled win? They won 4 straight games before that, Gar.
It leaves a bad. It leaves a bad taste in the mouth. Like it does.
Gar, you hate
does.
the Sixers and you love ripping the Sixers. You're trying to find a way to rip the Sixers.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
All right. So they won 4 games, 3/4 games straight after before that. There's your scheduled wins. Joel's game back. The game that we went to Atlanta. Fought back after winning the game. There's a scheduled win.
That's a fun game too.
All right, give it a couple more games. He'll be hurt again.
Oh, so you're not. So you're fucking not watching the
I'm
Sixers.
sorry, Mike.
No, you're not sorry. You're being a dick.
Sorry.
No, you're not. You're not sorry. You're not sorry. You're being a troll. Like I said, you're looking for an excuse to bash the Sixers.
All right, maybe I am.
Okay, thank you. All right, we can move on now.
Yeah.
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
So let's talk more about the good part of what happened with the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
The 3-game win streak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
3 game. You're excited about a 3-game win streak.
Well, I mean,
Team's over
what are they?
500.
What are they doing right now? I think they're down to Memphis right now. So if they lose tonight, which it looks like they might be
In Memphis. Yeah, they're down 11.
They would be 1 game over 500 if they lose tonight.
Right.
In second place in the division. But if the playoffs started, they'd be a 5 seed.
Okay.
Ryan has a question for you. Actually, hold on before we get that. Dave Peterson, what do they get paid for? They get paid to win. Why would you accept that statement in the playoffs?
No, it's not the playoffs. It's game 30 out of 82.
What if something happened where a game got postponed or something in the playoffs and they had to play 3 straight road games and then no travel and then they didn't have a travel day off. They had to travel back to Philly and play the next day.
They're playing the same team, though.
I don't think that matters. Well, okay. I don't know. I don't think that. I don't know. I think he could have handled it better, personally.
Okay. I mean, I disagree, and I think that ripping him for it was
I'm not ripping him for it. I think, honestly.
But no, Giulio did. And said that, like, he's a bad coach. He doesn't, like, I don't see him doing that as not holding his players accountable.
I don't think Doc Rivers is a bad coach. I think Doc Rivers' time here has worn out.
And that's fine. And
he's not the coach for this team.
No,
that's fine.
Not anymore. I think.
And that's
although,
fine.
Again, we listen back at in the best of again 3 weeks from now. There's something that said. I think Bob Cooney actually says it about Doc Rivers, and I'm like, oh, don't agree with that anymore.
Now that I remember.
Yeah, there's a few things. It's interesting to hear our takes from earlier this year and how much they change, and maybe we're all a bunch of,
So look,
two-faced.
We're analysts.
No, so I'm not
analysts.
Me kind of jumping on Giulio and everybody for what it's isn't necessarily saying that, like,
I agree with you there.
Defending Doc Rivers or
Right.
saying that he should or shouldn't, like,
He's a piece of shit. I don't know how that fucking dickhead has a
right.
You ever see that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Punch him right in his fucking face.
Yeah, he has a punchy face.
Yeah.
But I mean,
to my fucking Elliott Shore Parks, they're a fucking bunch of pussies.
To my brother's question.
Fucking right in the pussy.
Yep.
No, they're not. They haven't been with this core. They're not.
So Ryan said, fair question, Mike. Is this team a title contender?
No.
I don't think so right now.
No.
Could they become one? Is it
Not
it
with
possible?
these players.
Gary, you don't fucking watch it. Shut the fuck up.
But I do watch it foul.
No, you
I
don't.
do.
You watch them?
Oh, I haven't, but I hear I follow.
things. Oh, I listen
to analysts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I listen. I
Brian
pay
said
attention
if you
because
don't
you guys get up nuts about it.
He said, if you don't think they're a title contender, then stop defending them. Dave Peterson said the problem is complacency, the whole team, including the coaches.
I don't know if it's that statement alone. I don't know if it's complacent. Like, I don't know if they're complacent.
I think they're trying to get their I think they've had some injuries. Now, I'm not making excuses for them. I know it sounds like I am. But they've had some injuries, and they've had some issues trying to get the personnel to play together. And look, Mike and I were at the game on Monday night, and one player that stood out in a bad way, and let's do one bad and one good.
Okay.
In a bad way, PJ Tucker fucking sucks. Like, I don't know what's up with that dude. He's a liability on both ends of the floor. He can't hit a basket. He sucks on defense. He's not giving you that bite that you thought you were going to get from someone like him.
Right.
And the good was someone like Shake Milton.
Right.
Shake Milton is turning into a player that you can you can be able to count on down the stretch. And I think that's big. He was slashing to the net. I'm like, dude, he's putting up some moves, and I'm like, yo, man, he's being aggressive.
Right.
This is good. No turnovers. As a point guard for that game, no turnovers.
Yeah.
That was huge. That's a big – and I want to emphasize this. That is a huge deal for this team going down the stretch, because when James Harden comes back, you can then
dribble.
You can turn it over to Shake Milton and go, we're not going to – we're going to be okay here.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, so you're talking like, Ryan, getting back to it. Are you a title contender? This and that. Like, no, but and the injuries aren't good, but they did get players. They did give you an idea of some of the other players that could play. You figured out a little bit more about Melton. You figured out that Shake can actually be the guy off the bench for you.
And don't forget that the kid's out too still. So
right, Maxi's out.
Maxi's
Maxi's out. That's huge. And Harris is starting to kind of found his way a little bit.
Ryan Seed saying they're lazy. I don't think they're lazy. I think
who's lazy though?
Yeah, I think they but the fact that Maxi's not out there really shows that they don't have that quickness. They just have bigger guys out there. Like PJ Tucker's a bigger guy.
Right.
Joel Embiid's not. Everyone knows he's not a fast guy. You don't have Ben Simmons anymore. God forbid I mention his name, but Ben Simmons could 5 strides. He was on the other end of the on the ice, the other end of the court. He was in the paint.
Yeah,
on
he
the
was
other
a guy
side.
that you could grab and
stride.
run. Right.
You don't have guys like that anymore. It's a slower, bigger team. It's just the way they're built. I'm not, So they got to gel. Yeah, they have to gel, because you look at the team you built. You got rid of almost your entire bench, like almost everybody on
right. And Ryan, and we talked about this. Yes,
Yeah, Ryan watched his hands. Ryan's just done.
I understand that. And look, I don't.
Let's stir some shit up.
I don't blame Ryan for
Howard Eskin.
Yeah, I don't blame Ryan for being done. Like
Howard Eskin.
I get it. Like, because do I feel like if you're gonna ask me, no, they're not a title contender. They're not gonna win the title this year.
You don't think that they have any chance at all? You don't think that there's any chance that they could kind of come back into form a little bit? You don't see it.
If James Harden comes back from injury and plays
dribble.
James Harden, who played at the beginning of the season, they may have a chance to make a run. But and he's got to shoot. Like, he's got to be shooting from he's got to be all over the place and like making pristine passes and all. And the team's got to be playing better defense.
Is it also possible that Tucker's a better playoff player than he is in the regular season?
It could be, but
is the team maybe built a little bit more for the playoffs? A little bit more of the when it's not as much out and running and it's more of a grinding type game?
See. Okay, so that's a good thing, because what Gary just said about the Howard Eskin thing and all this stuff, I think this is big, because, and I said this in the text thread with you guys, there are 2 teams who win the title in the NBA. It's a young, fiery team who can shoot the lights out.
It's a shit show.
Or it's a super team. There's only 2 teams that win anymore. A team that gets extremely hot, who have a bunch of young grinders, and a super team. Those are the only 2 teams. I have one in my mind, and I don't think it qualifies. Name me one team in the last 10 years that came out and won the title, and you didn't see that coming. There's one that comes to mind.
The Warriors the first year.
Okay. Now, does that okay? I wasn't thinking of them. They were involved in the one I was thinking of, but does that qualify because they ended up going on a run?
They ended up going on a run, but that first year you didn't know
that's
Curry and Clay and Draymond who they were.
I'll give that. I mean, we knew who Curry was, but like,
right?
Okay, I'll give you that. But then they ended up becoming a dynasty. So like, I think that kind of like they were really a good team that, you know what I mean, went on that run, and you're like, no, they're just a good team,
right?
So okay, that you know what, I'll stick with that. It's fine. The one I thought of, and I don't think it qualifies, so I think maybe yours qualifies more, is the Cavaliers team that took on Golden State and won. But I think even that doesn't qualify because they were still Kyrie and the best top 5 player of all time in LeBron James. I still consider
and they had Kevin Love.
And they had Kevin Love, who was actually at his peak, and that was it. So I don't know if they were a super team.
They had 3.
Yeah. And they had, Tristan Thompson. They had some other players on that team that were pretty damn good. So I don't qualify them. But then let's just say the Sixers came out and won. They're like, oh, you had Embiid and you had James Harden and so they don't qualify either then, right? So maybe
they technically built the super team.
Their bench was really good, right?
With Maxey
on
and
paper.
Harris.
Yeah. So maybe I'm condescending myself. Ryan said this team cannot beat Milwaukee or Boston in the same game series.
Doesn't look like it now.
No, I don't. I have to agree with that. That's why I just don't think they're coming out of the East. I don't know if they get past. I don't know, man. Look, it's the very beginning of December. A lot of things.
And they're losing. They're missing 2 of their top 3 players.
If they come back and like Harden's on fire and it's like, oh shit, and guns are blazing,
same old story, man.
And they look great. I know. I hear you, Gary. I hear you. That's kind of where I'm feeling though. I'm kind of feeling that like get ready for another playoff exit. Like I hate to be that way, but that's how I feel right now.
All right, I'm with you, but I'm holding out hope. I'm trying to be a little bit more optimistic about it. Yes, the retooling has to have stopped at some point, and it just never did. And we talked about that.
Yeah,
like aren't you guys as prolific fans? Aren't you like pissed off? Like you've been through the whole process, and it's where you're at. Like it's the same old story. It's not going to be anything different. It's going to be the same thing.
I'm numb to it.
It's like it's not going to be different, guys.
Yeah, I'm numb to it. I'm not
Gary,
pissed off. I'm numb to it.
The difference is, and what you probably don't understand, is they're topical. They're exciting. They've been exciting for the last 7 years. There's been hope for the last 7 years.
But they're only exciting to the second round, Mike.
Yeah, but they
Mike's
got a point there.
But every year you've looked forward to it. Every year you were excited. Every year you thought they
have a
chance.
shot. They have a shot.
They had a chance.
Where before they were a 7 and 8 seed, and you're like, they don't have a shot.
Oh, I mean, I could get with that, but
if that was the goal,
don't you just want more?
That wasn't the goal.
Yes, of course we want more, but at least they've been exciting.
Right. So the point that I'm making, Mike, like you're right. You've said it, and I'll admit it. Like I'm not a fan of the NBA, but I hear you guys every week. I see what happens. I hear on the radio what my brother has said a few weeks back, like Joel Embiid and with Howard asking, like you're not going to win with him. You're not going to win with him. Is it time to move on?
So what's the option?
I don't know.
I brought this up.
But you know what? So the thing is, and this is Gary. This is the problem.
This is different from the. Okay, hold on. This is different.
I'm asking. I'm not making a statement. I'm asking.
This is different
question.
From Flyers, and Ryan just said, honestly, I'm kind of checked out. And Dave Peterson said, then again, I look at the Phillies this year, and they got hot when it counted.
Right. So basketball is a little different than baseball, but this is the thing, Gary. Howard Eskin is a Sixer hater. He's been a Sixer hater for 20 years. He has trashed them every chance.
He hated Iverson too.
He hates everyone and hates everything. and tries to stir up shit on the Sixers because that's what he wants to do. He wants to just destroy the Sixers and chew and eat them from the inside. I do not take anything that he says with any grain of salt when it comes to the Sixers. When he spews this bullshit about trading guys, it's not from somebody who's talking as an analyst. It's coming from a fucking hater and a douchebag.
And the difference between
why I'm not even gonna justify.
He's also said that Maury, everywhere he's gone, he hasn't won, and he has put the Sixers in a rut, trading away draft picks and bringing in
like Houston.
And again, it's coming from somebody who has an axe to grind and an angle.
Right.
Yeah, he built that Houston team and made them something. So that's not entirely true. He got Harden from Oklahoma City. Like, he got those guys and tried to build something. You can't fault a guy for trying. He tried last year and he went and got Harden. He thought that was the best opportunity.
He tried this year in building the bench, built the team for depth, and
Like,
maybe the depth does come out.
Who thought that PJ Tucker was going to fucking blow like he is this year? He's been a goddamn detriment to this.
The only thing I can hope.
he also got that piece of shit Ben Simmons off your team.
But Tyrese Maxey got hurt. Like, he's been hurt. He has, even before he got hurt, he hasn't looked the same than he was before he got hurt. Like, than last year. At times.
Well, he didn't look the same after
Embiid's
Harden
obviously banged up. Like, again, Embiid, Embiid's a little banged up. Like, we're at beginning of December. I'm trying to, like, I'm
not. I just want to see a little bit more.
I'm not saying I'm out.
Right.
But it's
you
December.
don't think right now that they're a championship
right now.
caliber team.
No,
and you don't
no,
don't see it right yet. But
I
you
don't-
could.
I don't see it.
You reserve the right to change your mind. Unlike Garrett or Ryan, who's probably all out.
Now here's the thing. Here's the difference between the Flyers and the Sixers, right? The Flyers have no hope. They have nothing, right? So we talked about it. So if you trade your stars, what are you really lacking? They already suck as it is. They already suck. It's not even their playoff team. They suck. They're not winning at all. And they had you can actually get something back in return to if you trade to a playoff team. Hockey's different, right? So maybe it's a little unfair, but you can get a decent package where you can draft these guys.
Plus the fact that you just can't get any worse. You're
draft
already
picks and
you're
players.
already terrible. Like the Sixers can absolutely become a bottom dwelling team.
Right. So if you trade Joel Embiid, my argument is, and we brought it up weeks ago. My
What are you
argument
going to get for him?
What are you going to get for him? Because first of all, the Sixers can't draft. They've hit on 3 draft picks in the last 10 years.
Most teams probably can't. Most teams like it's. I don't even
Golden
know if
State. Golden State built their team off the draft.
Right. But they didn't build their team off the draft.
Toronto.
They didn't build
Miami.
their team off.
Those teams.
What about Boston?
Boston built those teams. Look at Gary with the. Look at
Boston,
Gary. I just named 4 teams right there that are top of the conferences that built
Atlanta.
the draft.
Yeah, but they didn't build their teams off of early draft picks.
Boston did.
Boston did. Boston trading with the Nets probably got helped.
Boston trading with the Sixers helped them become better because they took us for fucking assholes and took fucking goddamn false. Milwaukee added a few free agent pieces, but every team does. But Milwaukee, Giannis, Now, granted, you also have to be a little lucky, right? You have to, and I think the Sixers got lucky with someone like Tyrese Maxey. We thought they were getting lucky with Thibault. Thibauld's been a disappointment.
Yes.
But he's also a late first round draft pick who can contribute to your team. So it's hard for me to shit on Matisse Thybulle.
Can't that even go back to Okafor?
Well, absolutely.
Right.
It's Okafor. It's MC Dub. It's Michael Carter Williams.
Well, they traded him.
They did. He did, but he wasn't a real point guard in this league.
But they flipped him for something.
The one player that they shouldn't. There's 2 players.
Noel. Everyone's Noel.
No, there's 2 players that should not have traded. Drew Holiday should have never traded Drew Holiday. I loved Drew Holiday here, and you should have never traded Mikal Bridges.
Right.
Those are the 2 in that draft.
Well, the Drew Holiday was to tank. He was the start of the process.
Right, but you could have built something.
You
with
could have built
him.
around Drew Holiday instead of tanking.
You wouldn't have had to draft Ben Simmons. You wouldn't have had to draft Markelle Fultz if you had Drew Holiday.
But you never would have drafted Joel Embiid.
No, but you would have been in a better position. Like maybe your team would have been in a better position. No.
Could have, would have, should have.
No, you still would have probably been bad because Embiid was drafted before that. Embiid was drafted at 15. Simmons was later.
Damn,
Fultz
he was drafted that long ago.
So you could have been in a bad spot to draft.
No, they traded Drew the year before they got Embiid.
So they were already a shitty team.
They were like a middle of the. They were like a 6 or 7 playoff seed with Drew.
I'll have to look that. I'll have to look that up. No, that can't be. They haven't made the they hadn't made the playoffs since 2012. Before they started making the playoffs again. When they beat the Bulls.
What year did they?
13 is when they Bynum. When they got Bynum, and then that was it.
Okay.
So it was 13. They hadn't made the playoffs. They were a terrible team. That was Nerlens Noel, it was MCW, and then Drew Holiday. And
Well, they traded Drew Holiday for Nerlens Noel.
So that was 13 then. So that it was well two before that.
Fuck, that's years ago.
They were 8 seed.
Right.
No, Drew Holiday was on the team of 13.
So how did they get Embiid? Were moves made? Were trades made before they were able to get him?
So 2 years after they traded Drew Holiday, they drafted Embiid.
Right.
You could have held on to Drew Holiday and a bunch of scrubs and still would have been a bad team and still would have gotten a 3rd seed and build around those two. My opinion.
If you could have pulled it off, I think that the whole point was that they're going to be too good with Drew to be able to kind of fully tank. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's over.
I guess you had to trade your star to get picks.
Right.
You know, he was their star at the time.
Right.
You know, if you want to say he was a star, but
anyway, so yeah, I mean, getting back to where they're at now, look, the Atlanta game was an exciting game. Atlanta's a good team. Not a great team, but a good team. Great game to go to. They fought back. They won. They showed a lot of
John Collins for Atlanta, by the way, since we have a platform, fuck you, asshole. He fucking yelled. He yelled in our direction. Fuck, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he was talking about somebody in general.
Yeah, I think I don't know if
it was the 76th man.
I don't know if it was the 6th man or it was Sue.
It wasn't Sue.
You don't know Sue. Yaps, like he yelled in their direction, and we sat right behind him, and he yelled at "Shut the fuck up!" And he looked right up, and we're like, "Boo!"
Oh yeah, he got everybody riled up.
And the whole
great.
fucking place, boo, fucking went off.
We were right there,
and then he turns and starts smiling. It was like, all right, you just fucking around, you know. It was actually kind of cool.
Well,
But
I mean, yeah.
Every time he touched the ball, or when he came in the game, we're like, "Boo!" Fucking
Yeah.
So Sue was stirring shit up.
I don't know if it was
I doubt it was Sue,
or
because Sue doesn't give a shit about the Sixers.
He could have just been like, "Yo, man, you trash." He could have
Yeah, but Mike, he will throw jabs and stir shit up.
Yeah, he could have just yelled something just to be playful.
Yeah, but you think that he, like, Collins would have got pissed off at Sue? I think it was the 76th man that said something.
You think so?
Yeah.
It could have been. I don't know.
Fuck, I'm drunk,
cool, man.
Oh boy,
what's that?
He said he's drunk
again. And look in the score.
Lucky
No
dog.
self-esteem.
That lucky dog.
Fuck with my ass, man.
Shit.
So now,
you guys remember that video, by the way?
Yes.
With the guys in the alleyway, that's like,
Yeah. Ghost is fucking him in his ass.
So now, I mean,
next to a trash can.
Oh yeah, man. I had my
got these.
Washed in, bro, big time.
I got these cheeseburgers.
that was
just took that off.
That was Christ, Denzel Washington training day.
Yep, training day. Yep. Yeah, when he's sitting around the table,
playing cards or something.
Yeah, they're playing cards. Yeah. No, I never had that happen. All right. Anyway,
King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
That was a good convo. Speaking of AI,
I love my guys. I love my little dudes.
Gary says about his nipples.
Yeah,
my testicles.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, it's just starting to go down. All right, it's while you're drunk time. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
I am not drunk, man. You trying to make me drunk?
It's time to catch up on some things you may have missed.
Do you think a six-pack is acceptable?
While you were drunk.
I'm drunk and I love cats. What more do you need to know?
He's drunk and he loves cats.
I don't know where I found that stupid thing. I got good ones today, guys. Odell Beckham Jr. and his
Oh,
play
no.
He's going from Miami to California or something, and he got thrown off the plane because he was falling in and out of consciousness, and I don't know what was wrong with him. I haven't heard a follow up. I haven't heard.
No, it's been shut down.
Yeah, like no one said.
The only
what
thing
happened.
that I heard was that his lawyer said something about the fact that he was fine and it was an overzealous flight attendant.
But apparently he wasn't putting his seatbelt on. He refused to put it on.
He's a nutcase.
They told him to put it
He
on.
is a
Yeah,
nut.
like I'm not believing any of that. Like he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he is a nut.
Any dude who gets in a fight with a fucking
Trash can.
yeah,
Or a kicker's net.
the kicker net and then proposed. He's a fucking whack job.
What did he do
Block
at the end of that end of that football season when he left? Acted like a complete douchebag. And that's all he is. He's just a piece of shit douchebag. There's no other.
I'm not a fan. Like, we're in a fantasy league with I'm in a partners bail in one league. We got to pick up OBJ. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, he's fucking worthless. The guy's coming off the injury. He's not going to do anything for you.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's an L move, right? But like, as fantasy football players, just steer clear. Like, don't even bother with this fucking guy. Even if he signs with the Cowboys, what's he going to get you? 30 yards? He's not going to do shit. He's coming off an injury. He's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I mean the Cowboys actually are starting to like come around a little bit with the receivers that they have anyway.
Why? Oh, you maybe you should sign him. Sign him. Fuck it, sign him.
Yeah,
overrated ball bag.
Dave Peterson, you just nailed it. The next story I was going to bring up: arrest warrant issued in Tampa for Antonio.
Did you put it on? Did you put the soundboard on? Did you do
Antonio
it?
Brown. Give me 1 second. Let me bring it up. Yeah. So Antonio Brown, man, I don't know what.
Yeah, we're going from one crazy wide receiver to the next. See, like not to be outdone. See, Odell Beckham got something crazy, and Antonio Brown, it's like, oh, hold my beer.
Well, by the way, like Antonio Brown's been like retweeting.
I heard, as we're
He's been
trying
retweeting
to
Kanye
buy
West.
time. Yeah, as we're trying to buy time. I heard that they are still camping outside his house, waiting for him to come out to arrest him.
That's the last thing I saw.
Like he's still they've been sitting outside of his house, like waiting for him to come out or something for like days.
Yeah,
he's just camped out inside. They're like smoking him out.
He's got guns. Here you go, Mike. Here's your clip. Here's Antonio
go.
Brown. Here's Antonio Brown. Live footage.
Really hurt. I'm gonna have a lump there, you idiot. Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
Antonio Brown apparently threw shoes at his fucking girlfriend or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so he's on battery charges for throwing a shoe.
Battery.
You fight like a woman.
She wanted her feet rubbed, and he said, "How about this?"
Yep. So there was a standoff because apparently he was locking himself in the house. He had guns in the house.
Fucking SWAT.
Yeah,
like the
police-
SWAT team was there.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot, dude. He kept posting really cryptic messages on Twitter. Just being a complete nut job. Just he's out of his mind. Out of his mind.
It was Giselle. That's who he threw his shoes at.
Terrell Owens was involved in a fight.
So we are just going from one crazy wide receiver to the next.
Right. You like that? You like that the whole thing here?
Yeah.
Yo, like this guy was really giving him a hard time.
Yeah. So he met up with a fan.
So he fucked him up.
A fan saw him. He was talking to the fan, and another dude came up and started intervening. And he's like, "Yo, man, back off." And the guy swung at T.O. first.
Oh, he swung at T.O.?
He swung at T.O. first.
Well, he was heckling him first.
Right.
He was heckling him first.
He swung at him, and T.O.'s like, "Really?" T.O.'s like, give him a couple.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see the video.
He gave him 4 fucking shots and laid him out.
Yeah. bop, 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 and like the guy like hit the back of there was a parked car, like hit the car and kind of like slid down. He got up. The guy got up, and then he was like, "All right, I don't want. I don't want no more of this guy,
dude." Like, I'm not fucking with Terrell Owens.
T.O. was like defending himself,
right?
You know, think about it. When do you think?
I mean, you come out of CBS and you see Terrell. I mean, are you going to fuck with him?
When's the last time you think T.O. got in a fist fight?
Probably a while.
Like I'm trying.
High school.
Last time,
no, that's not true.
I'm trying to think the last time
I beat the shit out of Hugh Douglas. It wasn't high school.
No, it was not a fist fight with Hugh Douglas.
That's what I heard.
There was no punches thrown.
There was?
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, there was. There was fist fight. Yeah, there was a fist fight that year.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there
Even
wasn't.
so.
Like he body slammed the shit out of him. He did something.
That's 20 years ago, right? When's the last time you got like the Super Bowl doesn't count? That wasn't a fist fight.
Well, I mean,
when was the last time we got a fist fight? Or threw some punches. Super Bowl. The Eagles won the Super Bowl.
You and your brother. You and your brother.
Oh yeah. Well, that's different. Before that was at Sweeney's Super Bowl Sunday.
That doesn't count.
All right.
It wasn't a fist fight. It was a stomp.
Yeah.
We were playing Michael Flattery's Stomp.
Glad I wasn't there.
Lord of the Dance.
That was a beer bottle smash. Oh my God.
That was an American History X style right there.
Oh my God. At our age.
Hope he lost some teeth. All right.
At our age.
Jose Abreu. The strong get stronger. Goes to Houston. Former AL MVP. Just solidifies that lineup even more. They're looking to fucking go to another World Series. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Jose Abreu goes to the Houston Astros.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Yeah. All right. So a couple of sad stories here. Sorry. Christy McVeigh, 79 years old, Fleetwood Mac, passed away this week. Suddenly.
Never seen Fleetwood Mac. That's a band that I probably would have seen.
Yeah, I mean, they did do a reunion show like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
They had all kinds of issues.
They were supposed to come back next year.
What was this? Dave Peterson said he was at CBS last time. T.O. was at what? He was at He was out of CBS. The last time T.O. was at a CBS, he OD'd and said Romo was his good quarterback.
Huh?
I don't know.
T.O. never OD'd.
That's what he said. He OD'd.
What's he talking about?
I don't know.
Clarify that.
He cried. I remember him crying about Romo.
OD? Other dick?
Other dick.
I don't know. He never OD'd.
Acronyms. Yeah, so how about that, man? Christian McVeigh.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Gaylord Perry, another pitcher, actually became famous for a spitball.
I was just going to ask that.
Yep.
Spitball pitcher.
Yep. They won 2 Cy Young Awards. Yeah, he passed away yesterday. This is screwed up. Pittsburgh Penguins, I don't know if he's still with Pittsburgh.
I think he is, yeah.
Yeah, I think he is. Chris Letang has suffered a second stroke. His first one was in 2014. So obviously he's out.
Concussions.
Indefinitely.
Like that's done. Like no more. You can't play, dude.
Second stroke. Like how you gonna come back, dude? Like, come on. You're still. I'm assuming he's probably in his 30s at this point.
He's had a very good career, man.
Yeah, dude, he was on the line with Malkin and Crosby. That was a crazy ass line, dude. They were good for years.
Yeah,
couple cops. That's a shame, man. I know, like we shit on the Penguins and whatever, dude. That's messed up, man. That's a shame.
It is a shame.
So hopefully he can have a full recovery and
at least live a life. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, not live the rest of his life in fear, man.
Yeah, of the three, Letang's the one that never really bothered me.
No.
Malkin and Crosby, they're both pieces of shit.
Yeah, they could both get AIDS.
I guess we wouldn't feel as bad if it was one of them too.
No, I wouldn't care.
Anally inflicted death sentence. AIDS. That's what you get for having a penis up your ass. So they used a condom. That's what happens when you swallow another man's load. AIDS. How can you find love in a man's areas?
Well, we've reached the part of the
I
show
love
where
my
Gary's
guys.
drunk.
I love my little dudes.
That's actually a song, Mike.
Got it all over my shirt.
I'm sure it is.
My shit.
Look it up.
Damn, bro, big time.
AIDS by MOD.
Oh, scissor me timbers.
What? 2006? Okay, he's not lying. I don't remember this.
What?
2006, Dallas police have classified Terrell Owens' case as an accidental overdose, not an attempted suicide.
Shit.
Man, I do remember
I
that.
don't. I know.
Thanks, dude.
All right. Hey, Dave, thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
I do vaguely remember that. Damn,
T.O. with an OD.
fucking- He was like, well done, sir. All right, my last one. Fuck. Oh, I remember. Philadelphia broke a record this week. Be proud. Be proud, Philly.
Uh-oh.
Philadelphia International Airport found 41 guns this year in luggage. That is a national record for an airport. 41 guns in a year. That doesn't sound like a lot, but think about it.
That's
You
a
don't
shit.
Stupid. Do you have to be like that's something you expect in Florida,
dude? Like semi-automatics, like not
Like,
even
what kind of piece of shit tries to take a gun on a plane?
not even like 9mm, dude. Like semi-automatics, like
Yeah, like
extra
a
mag,
fucking
like extra, like come on, man.
Fucking Tech 9.
Are they
they're
trying
putting
to
all that
sneak
shit-
them in? Or are they
I-
just like
yeah, they have them in their luggage, dude. Like they have them in a nice case and everything in their luggage. Like
how does that how do they think it's not going to get caught? Like how stupid do you have to be?
Oh yeah, fucking.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy shit. Kind of world we live in, guys. It's kind of the world we live in.
If we're before we log off, we should at least acknowledge the World Cup, right?
No, why?
Do you remember this? I remember this. Dave Pearson said T.O.'s first game back was in Philly, and a fan dressed up as a pill that said T.O.O.D. I
don't
remember
remember
that.
that.
They were in the front rows too. They had the shirts. I remember that. Oh my god. Jesus, dude. Well done, dude. Well done, Dave. I forgot all about that. He thought he was having a mental breakdown. And granted, T.O. has
kind of crazy.
Yeah, he is crazy, but he's turned into he's done okay. Like
I don't know what he does, but he
Yeah.
stayed out of the limelight, which I didn't think he was going to be able to do.
Yeah, he's still in incredible shape, dude. Like he
can still play.
I follow him on Instagram, dude. He's actually pretty.
He's all right.
actually pretty normal. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's not off the rails, man. He's pretty.
I mean, he grew up.
Yeah, maybe he did
He grew up.
He doesn't need the attention anymore. He wants
I mean, Mike, he's that type of receiver that's a diva.
right.
I mean, but he's not Antonio Brown diva.
Well, he was. Well, he wasn't quite Anthony.
No, he was never that bad.
Eh.
He was pretty bad for a while.
Yeah, but not like that. Antonio
Nobody's
Brown's
like that.
fucking-
Yeah, nobody's like
Antonio Brown's nuts.
Antonio Brown certifiably crazy.
Yeah.
Him, Kanye, OBJ, they should all go in a fucking cell together.
Yeah, but no,
What are you laughing about? What's the matter?
Kanye.
Yeah.
The fuck, Kanye West. He's a rapper. He's not a football player.
That's what I'm saying. He should go in a fucking cell with them.
All right.
They should all get their shit pushed in.
but no, U.S. men's World Cup.
Yeah.
Gave up one goal in 3 games. It's pretty impressive, I guess, right? I mean, I don't follow it, but yeah.
So they've won. So they've won 2 games
No, they won 1 game and tied 2.
with a
Why,
nil.
why are we listening to fucking Aha?
Since had nil.
Yes.
Fucking Aha.
Good.
Take me on.
Yeah, they beat the Saudis.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Iranians.
and the Iranians. And they tied England.
They tied England. They tied Wales.
Oh, Wales. I'm sorry. I said.
So yeah,
I said Saudi.
Yeah.
Saudi, Iranian, same fucking thing.
Right. So they beat Iran. So now they're playing the Netherlands
Two
tomorrow.
camel jockeys.
They're probably they're not expecting to win.
They all build Scud missiles.
I think that it goes into a kickoff or whatever they fucking call it, the penalty kicks if the game ties. But I don't know. It's I haven't watched too much. I watched like maybe like
Have you?
I did watch. I watched a little bit of the game on.
Against the Iranians.
I watched a little bit of the game in England as we were kind of checking into the hotel, and then I watched a little bit of the game Tuesday against the Iranians. I did catch the goal, and then I had meetings and shit that I had to kind of hop off to. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, good luck.
I haven't watched any of them.
Nah, it's not worth it.
Sweet 16.
Soccer. I really like soccer. It's a great sport.
It's football.
It's the Super Bowl of soccer.
That's not cool. Those guys stole that girl and they ran through the drawings.
All right.
Remember the video?
No.
You don't remember the video of the drawings?
Not really.
It was like advanced. The technology advanced.
Fucking aha.
Because it bring the people. Anyway, fuck. Guys, it was a fun show.
Yeah.
It was a fun show. So we have we have 2 more shows. Next week we're on. The following week we're off. The next week before Christmas we're on. And then it's the best of.
Okay.
So we have 2 more shows and then the end of the year and the best of show.
So we got it. We're taking a week off. What's that, like Christmas?
The 16th.
Okay.
Yep. Dave Pierce to say good night, gents. Have a great week. As always, another fun night at the pub. Be safe and
fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
That's
Go
right.
Birds. Become 11-1. Defy my expectation. No, just kidding. Defy my prediction. So, all right, guys. We'll see you next week. What?
Good night, gents.
Yeah, you don't like golf.